For so many of us, the past year, we've relied on nature to help get us through this pandemic. It has been an extremely busy year for the West Bloomfield Parks Department team. But what's the summer going to look like compared to last summer? Jennifer Tucker joining us now on the MegaCast. She's the Executive Director. Great to have you with us again.
Thanks for having me, Ronnie. As always, you both look fantastic, healthy, and you've been outside recently.
You know, I was thinking about doing the show from our outdoors. I may have to do it Friday. It's my last day here at home, just to be like, oh, one last day. But the birds are so loud in our backyard. They are partying.
Right. Yes, they're tired of this nonsense also. So they're ready to be outside, and it is nesting season, so we'll be seeing fledglings soon.
Oh, look at that. So, Jennifer, if I can ask you just to kind of reflect on the past year, think about where we were this time last year compared to this year. Now, I know that it takes you weeks and months to plan some of the things. So what's going on now maybe, was in the works a few weeks ago. But what's it been like for you and your team?
Well, I will tell you, as everyone, it has been a roller coaster ride, and I'm extremely lucky to just work with a top-notch team. And every day we kind of huddle and say, okay, so what's changed now? And it was definitely stressful, but our programming staff came together and said, all right, well, let's redo everything that rethink everything. And how do we get people outside and engaged? Our park staff has just been so resilient and willing to do what it takes to keep the parks clean and do it more cleaning than we've ever done, even though our standards are very high. But holy smokes, this past year has been just an absolute roller coaster.
So with that, looking forward to this summer, of course, this becomes your extremely busy season. Tell us about some of the programs and how it's going to look this year.
Yeah, so we are the doors are kind of flying open, but what we're doing right now is we're still doing some hybrid programming. We still are socially distancing for like our kids commotion, which we have one coming up on June 17th. It's at 11 a.m. And we also have one August 26th, and that's at 6 p.m. So we get both, the moms and dads that work, and then, the folks that actually are home with the kids. So a little bit of both. We also have put up a frame tent in our back parking lot where our employees used to park. And we are doing many of our programs out there. And so it is a safe environment. And a lot of our, like our Stretch and Tone is actually out right by our office windows and having a great time. But we're just trying to roll with the punches, as you will. So we are doing quite a bit of different, exercise activities. Also, our National Trails Day is coming up. We are sold out, but definitely folks should come out and find a trail near them and celebrate the day. We also have our summer camps. Their WB summer camps have sold out, and Wow. People are so anxious, but we do have some other contractual camps that still have some room if folks are interested. So we are just busting at the seams, and people just want to be out.
You know what that is? Being sold out at summer camps and some of these other events, that's parents saying, we need a break.
Right. I totally agree.
So Jennifer, if I can back you up just a little bit, let's start back with Kids Commotion. For those that aren't familiar with it, it's a concert series.
Yes, our Kids Commotion is a concert series geared toward our younger audience. And usually they, in the past, we were able to do a few more bouncers and that sort of thing. We've had to scale it back because of COVID, but you never know. You never know what'll happen tomorrow. So we are continuing that just to get our youngest participants out and about and get them some fresh air.
And so that's actually in person, though, right?
Yes, in person at Marshbank Park. So,
With that too, one thing we do know, it seems like as we're starting to emerge, hopefully from the pandemic, so much of the discussion now is centered around vaccination, but we know a lot of the kids that are that young, they can't be vaccinated yet. So
right.
what does that look like from the planning stages, and what can parents expect?
Yeah, so we continue to have some protocol in for socially distancing. Currently, we also are under the masking, also doing masking for that group. Now, I know there's some new things that are rolling out. We don't know how that's going to affect us currently, but we're going to do our best to follow every guideline and every recommendation that we are given, so to keep people safe.
I know there's been so much work over the past few years with the new lily pad springs.
Yeah.
Where do things stand? Is construction completed, right?
Yes, so we are final stages. We are seeking our last permit, and hopefully that will be this week. And we are planning on opening June 1. Staff is hired, uh, continuing to train and get ready and do all those details that are necessary. Wish our grass would have came in a little bit better, but but all in all, it's we are open this thing and give some people some joy. So we really are excited about it, and it's been 3 years in the making, and I can't say how our whole staff is so proud to be able to present this to the community, and just let's get this summer rolling. So
Right. Yeah, I think someone said before, let's bring the fun back in 21. And that is definitely, that is going to be such a huge attraction for people here in the area. So what was it like for you trying to find enough staff to hire? Because we know everyone is having a shortage right now.
yes, we are so lucky in that we are actually now done hiring for summer. We actually have filled all our positions, and it's unprecedented. So we honestly, word of mouth and friends of friends. And we try to make it a great place to work. And so they want to bring, invite their friends to work for us also. So we've been very lucky. But yes, it is a struggle right now to find, the great staff that we have.
So once the doors actually do open on the Lily Pad Springs, will there be capacity limits, restrictions? What is it going to look like?
So actually, as of today, we're navigating those any restrictions. We want to make sure that we're right on target. But currently, our capacity is at 150. So we're just making sure that that is accurate. And honestly, things change literally every day this last week. So, but that's where we think we're going to be at.
That is so true, hasn't it? It's like just when you think it's like you have to do a flow chart. If this happens, we go this way. If this happens, we go that way. It's been
Right.
quite the year. Jennifer Tucker with us here on the MegaCast. She's the executive director for the West Bloomfield Parks Department. The native plant sale is always a popular event here. What's the latest status with that?
So that was last weekend, and boy, I tell you what, things sold out within minutes. We had an online sale, and then people had curbside pickup at Marshbank Park, and it went really well. We do miss the interaction with people. I don't know if that'll change in the future, but it is awfully convenient for people just to slide right in, get, pick up their plants and be on their way. So we'll see how that goes, but people really seem to enjoy it.
The funny thing is I'm sitting here looking, I'm on the website and I see it was last weekend, but I still asked about it.
It's all right.
My calendar hasn't
Oh,
caught up with my head yet. So there
right.
we go. It does seem like we've been living kind of like Groundhog Day, doesn't it, over the past whole
It
year?
does. It does. It's the next 10 minutes is what I'm worried about these days.
So with that too, you talked about kids commotion. What about the Summer Park concert series? Is that going to be happening this year?
It is. It is. I don't have those dates in front of me, but we do have those we are having those concerts will be coming up, and you can find those on our website. It's www.wbparks.org.
And with that, Jennifer, if I can ask you, how do you anticipate that you're going to handle some of these situations where now vaccinated versus unvaccinated people? Is this something where you'll ask for a vaccination card or simply put the signage up? How's that going to work? Or you're still trying to figure it all out?
Right. So we're trying to, some of that, we're trying to figure it all out. And actually, I have a call today to try to help figure all that out. But we are trying to be patient, and we understand how frustrating and hard this whole situation has been, but we also have to keep people safe. So we take that very seriously. So
well, and one of the good
tuned.
things, so much, one of the good things, so many things that you do, they are outside. And we know that, I think July 1st, then anyone that even the unvaccinated people don't have to have masks. And some of those capacity limits are going to be raised for all the outdoor events, which is has to be kind of a relief as you're trying to plan all these summer events.
Yes, definitely. And we're the day before, we have to check and make sure there was no new health orders. Just like what came out last night, we have to, regroup. Let's see how does this affect us? So it has been interesting.
Jennifer Tucker with us here on the MegaCast, Executive Director for the West Bloomfield Parks Department. With that, any other programs coming up or information that you want our listeners and viewers to know?
Just come check out the Splash Park when it comes online, and we're so excited. June 1, be patient with our staff. They're all so new, and we haven't been able to see anybody to get their feet wet, if you will. We really want to have a great summer, and I hope everybody enjoys the parks and our new facility.
So how much are tickets for the park, and will people be able to buy them there, or do they need to get them online?
So we are pre-selling tickets right now on our website, and for a time slot. We have 3 time slots during the day. The first time slot is for from 11 to 1, and those are for residents only. 1:30 to 3:30, and then 4 to 6. And the tickets are $4 for resident, $6 for non-resident. And like I said, you can go online right now and purchase them. We've actually, within the first day, we saw a 20% of the revenue due for the entire year. So we know people are really excited to get outside.
And it's so nice because it's right in our backyard. Give the location again.
It's at 6200 Farmington Road. And that's actually where the old Family Aquatic Center used to be. And that is, it is the largest splash pad in Michigan.
So with that as well, Jennifer Tucker with us, Executive Director for the West Bloomfield Parks Department. Any other programs for people to know about?
We actually have are slowly opening up our Connect facility also. Those are just for pre-registered programming that is going on right now. And so not for walk-ins yet. We are trying to have a slow introduction back into normalcy, if you will. And we look forward to the day that we can just let folks in. So, but that's probably our next big opening is the Connect Senior Center. So
that'd be so great. And with that too, do you anticipate this summer is going to be just as busy as last summer for the Parks Department?
I do. You know what? We see a huge increase. Our dog park has doubled in visitation, and we have less users using it. So I think people that are staying home to work are utilizing it a lot more. So I think depends on how quickly people go actually physically back to work. It is really going to depend on our traffic patterns. So, but I think that we are going to have if this spring is any indication, we're going to have a busy summer.
That's so great. Jennifer Tucker
Yep.
with us here on the MegaCast. We always appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you, Ronnie. It's so nice to see both of you.